Hello, my name is Brittany and welcome back to Family Fridays. To my class, I miss you so much and I look forward to our next gathering whenever it is safe. To my friends, family, and other viewers, thank you for your support and great feedback. Starting May through whenever this pandemic is over, I will be posting 2 videos a month, which is every first and third Friday. The first Friday will be a piece I've taught in the past, and the third Friday will be new to everyone. Here is a sneak peek of the new artwork for the next 4 months. You do not need to be an artist to enjoy art. My art isn't perfect, so don't think yours needs to be either. For anyone participating in today's activity, I just want you to try your best, have fun, and don't worry about the outcome. My hope is for you to let go, get lost in the artistic process, and forget about what's currently happening in the world, even just for a little bit. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Here is what we'll be painting for April of 2020. Disclaimer, this is not my original artwork. I found it somewhere online. I do not take credit for this original concept, and I wish I could find the original artist so I could give credit. Think of this as a study of the original artwork. Here we have a pair of red rain boots with white flowers placed inside. I was trying to go with the old saying of April showers bring May flowers. Feel free to take artistic control by changing the colors, make additions or adjustments, or changing it up completely. The choice is yours. We will be using acrylic craft paint for this project. You can go out and buy the fancier, more expensive paint if you want to. For this project, I'm going to use the ones that you can find at a craft store or Walmart that's less than $1. We'll need a few colors: white, black, red, orange, yellow, dark blue, sky blue, dark green, lime green, dark brown, and tan. You can always just buy the basic primary and secondary colors and mix any specialty colors on your own. We'll need just a few paintbrushes: large flat brush, medium flat brush, mine is at an angle, a medium round brush, and a detail brush. Okay, some other materials we'll need: something to put under the canvas or canvas board, such as a tablecloth or newspaper. I'll actually be using a mat board that I use for all my other small paintings. Of course, we'll need something to paint on. I personally will be using a canvas board, 12 by 16 to be specific. You can use an actual canvas of any size as well. Then we have our paint. You'll need a plate to put your paint on, or a palette if you have one, a water cup to clean the dirty brushes, and also a paper towel or old towel. I'm using a towel that I've used for other paintings. I like this because it's more absorbent and you can use it over and over again. Alright, order of operations, how this will go. I'm just going to do a brief step-by-step of how I do the painting. You can of course do it however you want. With your dark blue, I'm first going to paint a line, probably going down to about 3/4 of the page. We're going to do that with a dark blue mixed with that sky blue and also white. Right here I'm just measuring halfway point, and then half of that, just a little bit below, is where I'll draw my line. Right below where the blue was, we'll be doing the same thing with the dark brown and tan, just going back and forth. Next, we'll start to draw the rain boots. We'll be doing a half circle flattened on the bottom. It'll be splitting the blue and the brown colors that we just painted. We'll do the same on the right side, just not all the way connected like how we did on the left. We'll do a left curved line, a right curved line for the sides of the boots, and then one in the middle splitting the boots. And then of course we'll do 2 at the top and then some loops on the sides. Next, I'm going to start drawing out my flowers. First a circle as the center and then the petals around it. I'm going to draw and place the centers of the flowers on top as well. Then I'll be painting the rain boots red, maybe a couple layers of red, 2 to 3 layers. Then I'll do the highlights that's on the rain boots. Then I will outline it in black. Then I am going to draw and paint the stems of the flowers. Then I'm going to paint all of the flowers white first. That also might require a couple of layers. Once that's dry, I'm going to go in with my yellow and paint the centers of the flowers. While that's still wet, I'm going to go in with my orange and just go over and blend it in. Then I'm going to get my dark brown and just make some dots in the middle. And then we are going to add the raindrops. Once that's dry, we're going to do a little spiral underneath some of the bottom raindrops to make it look like it's a raindrop dropping into the water, making a little ripple. Okay, let's get started. So I'm just going to start off by pouring out a little bit of the dark blue and then some of the sky blue and also some of the white. A little bit goes a long way. I would just pour a little bit, and if you need more, go ahead and get more. Using my large flat brush, again, I'm just going to go about down to 3/4 of the page and start with my blue line. I also like to paint the sides of my paintings, so you can do that too. That's just a personal thing. You can leave it white, you can paint it the actual colors, you can paint it black, but this is just me painting my edges. Then after that, I'm just going to go back and forth with my dark blue, my sky blue, and my white. Just doesn't have to be perfect at all. It's mainly going to be covered anyways, but just to give it some dimension and not to make it a solid blue color. Okay, so I waited for the blue to dry. Now I'm going to go in with my dark brown and my tan and just do the same effect of what I did with the blue, just going back and forth between the two colors. If you don't have a tan, you can make tan by using the dark brown mixed with some yellow and a little bit of white. Just play with it a little bit. It's all going to mix in anyway, so don't even worry about it. If you just have dark brown and white, that is good too. Okay, while our brown is still wet, I'm going to be doing a little half circle where the boots will be standing, so that's kind of creating a little puddle and a little ripple effect of the raindrops falling down on the wet ground. So go ahead and do that. I'm also going to add a little bit of black, a little bit of white, just to give it a bit more dimension, but we should be painting on top of the wet brown that we did, so it should be able to blend a little bit easier. Okay, so I apologize in advance. I realize that when I'm drawing with a pencil, you really can't see what I'm drawing. So I'm just showing you right now here what I ended up drawing after the fact, but we're going to go ahead and do a step-by-step anyways. So first I'm going to do a half circle splitting the blue and the brown, and it's going to be flattened at the bottom, which is the sole of the shoe. And then I'll be doing the same for the right side, just not connected all the way, so it's looking like one of the boots is at an angle a little bit. Next, we'll be drawing the side of the boot. We'll do that by drawing a long curved line. We're going to do the same thing on the right side, just another long curved line. And then finally, one line in the middle which separates the two boots. And then two curved lines for the top of the boots. And then to finish off the boots, I'm going to do a circle on the side to make it a loop or a little pull strap on one of the sides of the boots, one in the middle, which you won't really be able to see, and then again one on the right side. Next, I'll be mapping out where I want my flowers to go by first drawing the centers of them, starting with the one on the bottom right, then the left, and then all the ones at the top. And now we are all caught up. I just went ahead and outlined everything in Sharpie, just what I've done so far so you can see. Now I'm going to be drawing all the flower petals for each flower. I'm just doing mine to have it be rounded, but you can do it to where it actually is like a pointy kind of petal, or you could do a different flower completely. It is all up to you. Now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the boots red. Again, this might take a couple of layers. I think I did about 3 in total, and I probably could have done another one, but I thought it was okay. As I'm waiting for the first layer of red to dry, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the flower petals because those are also going to require a couple of layers. So the next couple of minutes, it's just going to be me going back and forth between adding multiple layers of the red and the white. Take your time. Now that I have my first layer of white on the flower petals and that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and do a second layer of red on the boots. While my second layer of red is drying on the boots, I'm going to go ahead and start my second layer of white on all of the flower petals. I think I did about one more layer of red and white, and the camera actually cut off a little bit. I apologize, but right here I'm just going to start outlining the boots, just following the original lines of what I did in pencil. So we're doing the curved line on the left side, the one on the right side, and then the one in the middle. Don't forget about the loops at the top and then the top of the boots as well. And with my same detail brush, I'm going to start outlining the petals of all of the flowers. with my detail brush, I'm going to dip into the white paint and just on a few areas of the boots, just going to add some highlights to make it look like it's shiny and that it's some rubber rain boots. Just follow my placement of where I put them. So I'm doing one on the left side, kind of another little half circle. I'm going to do one coming up from the left side following the curve of my line. I'll be doing one at the top right, one in the middle, another little one on the right side, and then another little one on the right toe part of the shoe, and then a little bit at the bottom near the sole. With my medium round brush, I'm going to dip into the yellow paint and just do a circle right in the center of each flower. And now I'm just going to pour out a little bit of the orange and do the exact same thing, but just blending the two colors together. It was at this very moment I realized I never drew or painted the flower stems. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some black paint using my detail brush, and just in any spot that I could fit the stem of the flower, I'm just going to paint some lines. Starting off with the black, then I'll go in with the dark green and then the lime green just to give it some dimension. But you can do it at this step, or you can do it before you start painting any of the white of the flowers. Now just using the tip of either an old pen that doesn't work or a toothpick, or I'm using a mechanical pencil, I'm just going to dip in with some dark brown and just make little dots right in the center of our flowers. Okay, so this is what our painting is looking like so far. We only have two steps left, which is the water droplets and then the little ripple that goes underneath. So in my original painting, I did the raindrops to where it looked like little baby hot air balloons, but I don't like the way that looked. So I'm going to flip it upside down to make it look like actual raindrops, where the bottom is a little bit fuller. So I'm going to do that starting with the sky blue, and if that's a little too blue for me, I'm going to go back with my dark blue and just blend it together. with my medium round brush, I'm going to dip into just a little bit of black, not a lot, and just make little spirals on the raindrops that are closest to the ground to make it look like it's hitting the ground, and it created a ripple effect. And that is it, my friends. Good job if you made it all the way through and finished the painting. I am happy with this. I think the next time if I do this again, I'll definitely change the colors up a little bit, maybe some hot pink rain boots or something like that with some different color flowers. So as you can see, my first and second study, my first and second attempts look different. If yours looks different than mine, that is totally okay, and I would absolutely love to see it if we're Facebook friends or anything like that. Or if you have my email, please send it to me. I would absolutely love to see it. But thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be back next month. Again, I'll be doing 2 paintings. It'll be the first Friday and the third Friday of each month. The first Friday will be a painting that I've done in the past. I'll pick one of my favorite ones. And the third Friday will be a new one. The one for May will be flowers in a striped vase. I'm super excited for that one. But all in all, I hope you had a fun time, and I hope that the time you spent painting, you were able to let go and not worry about what's happening in the world, even just for a little bit. I hope everyone listening and watching is safe during this time and taking proper precautions if you're going outside or in public or around people. We can all get through this together, and I'm thinking about you all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care.